Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Jayam Shrinvatam Svakadha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridjanta Sthohya Bhadrini Yutanota Sursatam Nashta Presha Bhadrishu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shlokya Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Today we will be reading Canto 4, Chapter 6, Text 42 and 43. Brahmacha, Janitvam Sham Vishvasya, Jagatuyuni Bijayaha, Shakti Vi Shivasya Chaparam, Yatad Brahma Nirantaram. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Lord Brahma said, My dear Lord Shiva, I know that you are the controller of the entire material manifestation, the combination father and mother of the cosmic manifestation, and the supreme Brahman beyond the cosmic manifestation as well. I know you in that way. Purport. Although Lord Brahma had received very respectful obeisances from Lord Shiva, he knew that Lord Shiva was in a more exalted position than himself. Lord Shiva's position is described in Brahma Samhita. There is no difference between Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva in their original positions, but still Lord Shiva is different from Lord Vishnu. The example is given that the milk in yogurt is not different from the original milk from which it was made. Text 43. Tvam eva bhagavanitagt shivasatyo svarupayam vishvam srjasi pasyatsi kridan urnapatayadha. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My dear Lord, you create this cosmic manifestation, maintain it, and annihilate it by expansion of your personality, exactly as a spider creates, maintains, and winds up its web. Purport. In this verse, the word Shiva Shakti is significant. Shiva means auspicious, and Shakti means energy. There are many types of energies of the Supreme Lord, and all of them are auspicious. Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara are called guna avatars, or incarnations of material qualities. In the material world, we compare these different incarnations from different angles of vision, but since all of them are expansions of the Supreme Auspicious, all of them are auspicious. Although sometimes we consider one quality of nature to be higher or lower than another. The mode of ignorance, or tamaguna, is considered very much lower than the others, but in the higher sense, it is also auspicious. The example may be given herein that the government has both an educational department and criminal department, and outsider may consider the criminal department inauspicious, but from the government's point of view, it is as important as the education department, and therefore the government finances both departments equally without discrimination. End of purport. Om Gyana Dimandasya Nyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitamina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutali Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityamini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Guruvani Pracharani Nirvishya Srimati Pashti Dishtarani. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Humbly bow down and seek blessings from all the assembled Vaishnavas. Thank you for the opportunity to read Srimad Bhagavatam for my own purification. I've selected a few points to summarize from lectures from Parampara. In text 42, we have read about the position of Lord Shiva. In purport, Srila Prabhupada explains to us the relationship among exalted Vaishnavas. We find in this chapter Lord Shiva sitting with Narada Muni at his feet, as well as many other self-realized sages, rishis, in the holy abode of Kailash, and the demigods and sages of the universe, headed by Lord Brahma himself, are coming to worship him, to beg forgiveness and blessings from him. When Lord Brahma arrived, Lord Shiva, who is in the most exalted position, superior to Brahma, offers obeisances. He gets up from his seat and with sincere and humble heart offers obeisances to Lord Brahma. Srila Prabhupada explains that Lord Shiva is not different from Vishnu, supremely exalted. Brahma Samhita describes how milk and yogurt are the same. However, they are different in function. They have different qualities. Sometimes in Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Shiva is addressed as Bhagavan, one who has great opulences. We find that great acharyas condemn worshipping demigods for material purposes. Krishna explains in Gita in this way: those of small intelligence, those who have materialistic desires, they worship demigods and follow the rules and regulations on that path just to fulfill their ambitions in this world. These people are less intelligent because they don't know that whatever demigods have, they only get that from Krishna. And of all the demigods, Lord Shiva is mostly popular worshipped in this world, as well as his consort Durga Devi, Parvati, the goddess who is the controller of material energy. But we also read in Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava. One of the offenses to the name when we chant not to consider such names as Brahman Shiva to be equal or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his South India tour, he was going to so many temples of Lord Shiva and he was worshipping Lord Shiva. In Varanasi and Kashi temple, he was going every day to worship Shiva. And Lord Chaitanya is Krishna in the role of a devotee, teaches us how to be a devotee. In Vrindavan, there are great temples of Lord Shiva. It is explained that Vrishabhanu Maharaj and Kirtida, his wife, they worshipped Kameshvara Mahadev to have a supreme goddess of fortune to have as their daughter, and their eternal associates, their eternal mother and father of Srimati Radharani, who have descended from Goloka Vrindavana. And we find in Vrindavan Kapeshwara Mahadev worshipped by everyone in Vrindavan. We read in Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana stories about demons who worshipped Lord Shiva to get their powers, to terrorize the universe. Part of material bondage, we want to be the enjoyers. Krishna is the supreme object of everyone's love. When someone loves us, that gives us that profound form of sense gratification. And usually, if somebody loves you, you love them in return. Shiva knows that Vishnu is supreme, that he is subordinate to Vishnu. In the story of Bhrigu Muni was sent to test who is the greatest among Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. And in this regard, Srila Prabhupada explains one's greatness has to be estimated by one's ability to tolerate provoking situations of temptation of lust, temptation due to anger, temptation into false pride. It is very difficult. He offended Brahma, and Brahma became angry. And then Bhrigu Muni offended Shiva, his own brother. Shiva came to greet him, to embrace him. And Bhrigu Muni said, "Don't touch me, because you are covered with snakes, covered with ashes on your body. Don't contaminate me." And Shiva got upset and wanted to punish him, and Parvati stopped him. And when he came to Lord Vishnu, he kicked Vishnu to the chest, and Lord Vishnu, after being kicked in the chest, he very humbly put Bhrigu Muni on his own seat, massaged his feet, saying, "I'm sorry, my chest is so hard and your feet are so soft. Let me massage them and let them feel very nice." Please forgive me for having such hard chest. According to Lord Chaitanya, he describes that Lord Shiva is beyond all this. However, he purposely acted in this way, angry, because he wanted the whole world to know that Vishnu is supreme. He wanted the world to worship Vishnu and to take a subordinate position. This is his role as Vaishnava. Lord Shiva takes the role of the demigod, although he is beyond all the demigods, as explained here by Lord Brahma himself, that he is the Lord of the cosmic manifestation. And in the role of demigod, if you give a demigod a certain worship, then he is bound to give you something in return, some benediction. It is like a contract. That's what demigods are all about. There couldn't be unconditional love. Those who worship Shiva as a demigod for a benediction, they are less intelligent. Their mentality is condemned in Bhagavad Gita. However, those who worship Shiva to achieve pure and loyal devotion to Krishna, which is the ultimate benediction, the only benediction that Shiva wants to give to anyone, they are great Vaishnavas. And that is why even Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda Prabhu went to Shiva's temples and worshipped him, not for material benedictions. They were not worshipping him in the role of demigod. They were worshipping him in the role of the Lord who has the purity of the great Vaishnava, begging for the blessings of the pure, uncontaminated service to Radha and Krishna. Here we find Lord Shiva, who is in such a great position, offering his obeisances to little Jivatma called Brahma. Brahma came to worship him, and he is offering obeisances. Srila Prabhupada explains in the previous purport why. Because he is teaching the world etiquette of respect and humility, which is so very essential for bhakti to grow in our heart. It is Vaishnava culture. Krishna was bowing down before Nanda, Maharaj, and Yashoda because of their parental position. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Sanatana Goswami that observance of Vaishnava etiquette is the ornament that makes a person attractive in the eyes of Krishna. In text 43, Shiva means auspicious and Shakti means energy. There are many types of energies of the Supreme Lord, and all of them are auspicious. Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara are called guna avatars, or incarnations of material qualities. In the material world, we compare these different incarnations from different angles of vision, but since all of them are expansions of the Supreme Auspicious, all of them are auspicious. Although sometimes we consider one quality of nature to be higher or lower than another. Srila Prabhupada gave an example of government having both educational and criminal departments, financing both areas equally because they are both important. Some people ask Srila Prabhupada, if God is so good, why is so much evil around? Maybe God is not that good, or perhaps illusory energy Maya has got out of God's control, and therefore he chastises living entities. Srila Prabhupada replies, God is good, but people are bad. They want to be in this Maya. Like government doesn't encourage people to go to prison. We don't find any advertisements inviting people for a vacation in prison, saying you get a free sale. No, instead they encourage people not to go to the prison. Similarly, Krishna creates a prison, creates cosmic manifestation, empowers, annihilates it for a purpose. Unfortunately, people forgot what the purpose is. Purpose is not to come here and enjoy the material nature. The purpose is to get out of material nature. People don't know that the aim is Vishnu. The whole purpose of the creation is to encourage us to go back to spiritual world, to train us how to go to the spiritual world, to become liberated and become happy forever. We need to follow great Vaishnava examples, serve Krishna and his devotees, and try remember Krishna all the time and never forget Krishna. I will stop here today. I apologize for any shortcomings during reading and summarizing.